So what's up guys, John here. Today we are going to be working on a very simple project on AWS, and that's going to be deploying a static website on Amazon S3. I know AWS has a lot of services that you can use to deploy websites, static and dynamic, and you can even go for EC to deploy a static website, but there are more services that you can use to leverage some features. So S3 basically offers 99.119 of durability and also offers static website hosting. So basically that's like the best option you can get on AWS for hosting your static website. So that's just a little bit about the project, and to explain the architecture, it's quite straightforward. Here your client, your mobile, tablet, desktop connect to the internet, and then let's say they look for your domain.com, which is being routed to the S3 bucket that has the following files: index.html, assets, images, etc. So it can vary. And then here's a developer at the backend, or an AWS DevOps engineer, etc. Someone like me and you, uploading the services. So the first thing we're going to do in this lab is basically to create the S3 bucket. That's the first thing. And then the next is going to be uploading the index.html and the assets file. And then the next, we're just going to basically open this bucket to the internet so people can basically connect to it. Yeah, so let's begin the project. I'm already logged into my AWS account. As you can see, the prerequisite is basically an AWS account with S3 access. So I already have an AWS account. I just signed in, so you can create an AWS account. I'll put a link to the description on how to create an AWS account and sign in. So I'm already signed in here, and you can now search for S3. Just search for S3. Okay. Yeah, so you can now create an S3 bucket. So I'm going to give my bucket a very unique name. My name is actually unique. Let me say production or prod. Yeah, so I believe nobody should have this bucket on earth. So you can give yours a very unique name. Two buckets can have the same name on AWS. Yeah. So for now, I'm gonna uncheck this box to block all public IP addresses, and the reason why I'm gonna do this is because it's a public bucket. People are gonna be connecting to this bucket from all over the world because I'm hosting my website inside it. So I acknowledge the decision I just made, and I'll leave the remaining things as default, and then I'll create my bucket. So back to the architecture, the bucket has just been created. Up next, we're gonna be following this other part of uploading these files to the bucket. So if you don't have a static website to upload already, you can head over to this link. You can head over to this link here, free-css.com. Let me get that done. free-css.com. So they offer static websites, and then you can just choose anyone you want. I prefer this car villa because I love cars. So now let's download. Okay, so after downloading this guy, now you can open it in your folder. Open File Explorer rather. So as you can see, I have different copies of this file here. So the only thing you need to do is just to extract all. Yep. And you can see it just a folder was created. So you can now check, open the folder, open this folder, and you can see these are the files that we need. Just the index.html and the assets file. We don't really need the readme.md. It's of no use over on the server there unless you just want to add it. So the next thing to do now is to go back to our console. click on the bucket that you just created and then click on upload, and then now you can add the file. So we are going to add the first file there. We are going to add is the index.html. So you do well to locate where you saved yours. For mine and for me, it's stored in this folder here, car villa, and then index.html. So we upload this, and then the next is to add a folder in the same directory. There is assets, so you can just click on upload, and yeah, upload. Nice. So everything seems to be okay here. Next is just to click upload. Okay, so the upload was successful. You can now click on close, and now you can see two files, rather the file here and the folder. And if you click on this to copy the URL, let's go to a new tab and then paste this to be sure. Then you're going to get an error here, access denied. So this was expected. As you can see, this part of the project is done. We already uploaded the S3 bucket was created, we uploaded, and now users need to reach our website. But users can't reach our website until we give them the permission, unless we give them the permission. So first of all, you go to properties and enable static website hosting. So you can see it here, static website hosting. You edit this and then you enable. So you can scroll down. For people that have more complex needs, they can also add redirection rules, error document, but for us, we just have an index.html document, index.html, and then I save my changes here. But if you still go back here and refresh, you're still going to have the same error because the bucket policy is still remains at default, so it's empty. So click on permissions here, and if you scroll down, you're going to see something like this, bucket policy, and it's empty. So bucket policies define the rules, access rules on the bucket. So without policies, nobody can actually access your bucket. So if I edit this policy, I'll be asked to write a JSON script here, which it's already located on Amazon docs. I'll just put the link in the description. So if I copy this guy and then I paste it in here, I'm also asked to replace the bucket name. So what this does is basically gives read access, read get object for the S3 bucket. So users can actually read the bucket, read the objects in the bucket, the index of HTML, the images, they can read it, and then they can actually still they can get the object. That's read the object. And the principal here is set to asterisk, which means all. So if you're familiar with Linux, this shouldn't be an issue for you. Asterisk basically means all, so it's a wild card. So now the bucket name here, this is the resource, Amazon resource name. So you can click on this guy, highlight everything here except the slash and the asterisk, and then paste. Yep, I think I mistakenly pressed copy. You can also edit the bucket name manually, so it's still the same. And then you now click on save changes. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to think, will this still work, or do I still need to add some other features? Okay, well, let's not waste time. Cross your fingers and refresh. So as you guessed, it's working now. This is just an example of the static website, how you can host a static website on AWS. You can also add some features. For example, you can use Route 53 for your domain name. You can use Amazon CloudFront for caching, that's making your website faster, using edge locations, different ways. So AWS basically gives that capability, that those features for you to play around with. And after doing this project, right, I would still want you to do this project again using different methods. For example, using a different template from this free.cxs. They offer a lot of templates here. Just play around with it, break things, fix things, break things, fix things, and that's how you basically learn. So thank you for watching this video, and I would like you to give a thumbs up if you like it, and also consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you once again.